Hi, today I'd like to talk about the first keyboard partita by Johann Sebastian Bach. Essentially, I'd like to approach this question from the angle of interpretation, and I find that's actually the most interesting perspective to talk about music in general and especially Bach. So for me, interpretation is like similar to the work of a detective. So in detective stories, you have the detective which looks for his criminals through clues. In music, you have musician which looks for his interpretation through clues that are in the score. So what are the clues in the score? There are different ways you can understand clues in the score, but today we'll talk about the understanding of Bach through his polyphony, because Bach is a very polyphonic composer, so it's actually very interesting to look at what he's doing with the voicing. So let's say the theme comes in a certain voice, then it comes in another voice, so every time you have the theme, you know that's the important voice. The theme is really the most important thing to bring out. Then the other voices around it have different functions. Either they are there to support, or they are there to accompany, or they are there to give rhythmic stability or contrast. I mean, there are many options. The important thing for you as a musician is really to analyze what is going on in those voices, and based on that you can really build up your interpretation. So in the prelude, the theme is in the soprano. It comes the first time in the soprano voice. And in the lower voices, you have the support in the bass of the tonality. And in the middle voice, you have a support in sixth of the geography of the melody. So and then it's really up to you how much you want to bring out the support of the middle voice of the melody. I mean, the result would be different if you want to have more or less support, but actually everything is good in the sense of a bit more support will actually give more harmony to the melody. A bit less would give more space for the upper voice to sing. So I don't think there is a wrong answer, but as long as the function of each voice is clear, you know that's the star, and you know that's the support of the star, and I think then everything is sort of clear. Now, after these two measures of the theme, comes two measures of which are called the intermediary section. Intermediary section are there to bridge between the theme when it comes at the beginning in the tonality, in the main tonality, and the theme when it will come back 2 measures later in the dominant tonality, and so on, because the theme has to come in each voice. So if we have 3 voices in this piece, it will come in the exposition 3 times. And between each time there will be an intermediary section, a bridge, which, because of its function in the whole piece, which is just to modulate, just to bring to another tonality, it is actually considered a lighter section. Again, something I would integrate into my interpretation. So. And lighter. So that's an example of a way to look at a way to interpret this piece.